I'm Davin. I'm gonna tell you something that happened to me today while out of town. So out of town, me and my parents were gonna go to a little parade to watch a parade, and it was fine. It was fun. It wasn't that bad. And so after the parade, I pick up a Tootsie Roll and I'm like, hey, I got a Tootsie Roll. And I was joking around. And this one guy, he's like, be quiet or something. He's just rude. And I'm like, gee, somebody just woke up on the wrong side of the bed. And, well, let me tell you, this man, he got all... Okay, so later on, we ended up in a backyard, and he was there too, and I'm like, oh gosh, I don't like this man. This guy was already rude to me. So I climb up a tree, and this guy, he's like, what are you doing up there? Get down. And, he's like, let me think. Okay, I couldn't get on because the exit or the way down was blocked, and he was like, did I stutter? Get the F down. And I'm like, what? Why are you so rude? But I never said that. And our family doesn't know him, so he really had no rights to tell me what to do or get that mad at me. So, I'm ticked off with this man, and I ended up, after that, I ended up going down to my parents. I'm like, do we know this man? Because he just yelled at me for being on a tree. And I don't even think it was his yard because it looked like these other people were running this party. So, my parents are like, yeah, we don't know him. So, it was like, and I was like, so why does this man feel like he has the rights to yell at me if we don't know him? And so, I'm ticked off, and yeah. We left and nobody did anything about it, which I didn't expect people to do anything because why do something if you're not going to stop it? And it's not like it's going to change this guy's personality. He's probably for the rest of his life going to be yelling at kids to not do things in other people's yards or on the streets. So yeah, that happened. Now, let me tell you a couple times I got in-school suspension. So, one time, me and a kid got in a fight. He was ticking me off, so, and then he ended up pushing me. And so, I took a notebook and I beat him with it. And then, I ended up, punching him. And then, he got... and then he got on top of me and he started punching me. And we'll call this kid, Joshua. So Joshua, I get pulled off Joshua by the teacher, and I'm kicking at Joshua, and I'm trying to get the teacher off of me so I can keep pounding on this kid and I ended up kicking Joshua a couple times. And the next day, I was told I had to go to in-school suspension. I'm like, well, doesn't this kid? And they're like, well, that's none of your business, which I get. And then, I found out that he got out of it by just skipping school. 'Cause he came to school, found out he had to go, and then he ended up just leaving, as he was supposed to go. And I'm like, what the heck? And I don't think he ended up having to go. So, I was just ticked off about that. And here's another time, which is the dumbest thing ever. So this teacher told me to get off this squishy ball squishy ball that you can sit on, that you sit on. And it was supposed to be my turn for that day. And this one kid was like, no, it was supposed to be my turn. So I'm all ticked off about that. And the teacher's just like, Davin, get off. And I'm like, but it's my turn. And she's like, well, he says it's not, so it's not. And she's like, get off before we have to get the principal down here. And little did I know that they were going to get the principal, down there for me not getting off a squishy ball. So I don't get off, and I'm ticked off, being like, well, that's the stupidest thing to get a kid on, that's the stupidest thing to make a kid go to in-school for. So I don't get off, and she sends me down there. It's either she sent me down there or had the principal come down. And he was like, since she's the teacher of the year, she knows the best, so we're going to have you go to in-school for the rest of the day. And let me tell you, it was like 5th period, and I was ticked off, because like, it was a chair. And he's like, yeah, well, she's the teacher. So here I am, I'm ticked off about this situation, and of course, nobody does anything about it, and my parents are like, well, you should have just got off. And I'm like, why do I need to get in school for this, though? And they're like, well, that's just how the school works. And I'm like, oh my god. Now I'm in trouble at home because I didn't get off a chair that bounces. But yeah, I hope you like this story time. If you could go follow me on Instagram at this, and you can follow my Twitter at this. And if you do, I hope you like my posts. They're kind of weird. Like how to make a hamburger. A special type of hamburger, though. Anyways, yeah, I hope you like the video. If you would like, please subscribe, and please leave a like on this video. Thanks, and bye.